having debt, being in debt really takes an emotional toll on your mental health. And for me personally, it's breaking me down. But I also know there are opportunities with every failure, every loss, every hardship. And that's the mindset I'm choosing to have at this point in time. I've come too far to let this one roadblock prevent me from advancing in life, prevent me from healing, prevent me from learning, prevent me from sharing my journey with the world and hoping to provide value, safety, entertainment, anything to help someone else in this journey through my experiences. But before we get started, it's your girl Lils, and this is another episode of Lils at Home. I'm doing daily vlogging for the entire month of November 2024 because this is a brand new channel and it was time for change. It was time for me to just create something no one knew about and see if I could build it from the ground up. But most importantly, provide you all with value in your life and in your journey. So, in this particular episode, this is the second conversation I've had on this channel about money, debt. And today in particular, see, my mind is not all here, but I promised myself, I committed to vlogging every day. And because it's not about me anymore, this is no longer about me. But today was one of those days I just didn't feel like turning the camera on because it is the day after election day, and we all know the results now. And for me personally, this morning and early afternoon was a struggle. I did start my morning off strong, so that helped me have a little bit more of a foundation through this shaky time. But it really is it brought a lot of feelings and emotions to the surface. And one of those big feelings and emotions that I experienced was anger, frustration, shame, guilt, but most of all, just an eagerness to keep going. But I do want to talk about, I don't want to just gloss over, I don't want to just gloss over the tough feelings that I'm experiencing, the shame, the guilt. Because when you are in debt, when you're not making a lot of money, you can really just feel like a loser. For lack of better words, for lack of better terms, I said that today, and I, I've done a lot of work to not talk down about myself, to not be negative about myself, or have negative self-talk. And today was one of those just days I felt powerless and weak and ashamed of my debt and the toughness I've experienced financially this last year up until today. I had a weak moment and I just said, damn, I feel like a loser. I did not say I am a loser. There's a difference. I'm still me. But I did say feel I feel like a loser. And even saying it again, it just feels, it doesn't feel right, and I want to talk about that because I just wonder, at what point did I give money so much control over my life? And what about this journey do I have to deprogram, unlearn, reprogram, relearn, teach, be taught, all of that in order to not feel this way today, 6 months from now, a year from now? You know what I mean? And words mean things. They really do. And because a lot of my emotions are resurfacing today. And I think for a while, I really tried to hold it together as if I have it all together. But when business is quiet, when business is slow, when you're losing clients, when clients that hype you up, yeah, we're going to work together, and then at the last minute they ghost you and you have to reach out to them several times and say, "Hey, are we working together?" And they say, "Oh, we had a change of heart. We had a change of plans." That hurts. It hurts, because as great as the opportunity would have been financially, and I'll give a little bit more context after this point, but I know deep down in my spirit, in my soul, what is for me is for me, what is not is not. And to give a little bit of context is I am self-employed. I should have mentioned that earlier, but this is going to be an ongoing revolving door conversation. It's just going to keep it open. This is just the beginning. But I just want to give you guys a little bit of background so you can get an understanding of where I'm coming from. So I'm not just telling you guys, save your money, invest your money. No, this is not what we're doing over here. But I am self-employed. I quit my job in 2018 and have been pursuing this life for what will be 7 years in January, which if you make it past the first year is a blessing. If you make it past the second is even more of a blessing. But if you make it to year 5 and beyond, then you're on to something. And I know I'm on to something. I feel like in this journey of being self-employed, I've really been discovering who I actually am and wanting to preserve this version of me, because I know how much work it took to get here, to get to this place. Even just in the last 6 months, my life has changed dramatically just based off the work that I've done on myself and for myself, and not focusing on people pleasing, not focusing on getting discouraged when someone rejects me, not getting caught up in the loss of things, the scarcity mindset. I really there have been things that I've deprogrammed and relearned and challenged along the way. But sitting here today on November 6th, 2024, those feelings that you think you healed or got over, they resurface, just not in as of an intense manner. So I want to come on here and just open up the dialogue once again and talk about this journey of being self-employed, how I intend on paying down this debt, getting support and tips from you all. I'm also going to be sharing books, podcasts, videos that have helped me tremendously in this journey. And I really just want all of us to help each other out and build a community around this journey. Encourage us, uplift each other. Being 40 years old and back in debt, after not being in debt for 10 years, is it really shakes you to the core. And so I often find myself distracted and almost in like a state of analysis paralysis, flight or fight mode, and or anxious. I definitely am avoidant. That is my self-saboteur. I know this about myself. So I want to challenge myself to stop avoiding the things that I've been avoiding. And I know that's going to take a lot of deep work and courage. But that's why I'm documenting this, because this is where I'm at today. I'm 40 years old. I'm in debt. And I feel like I'm rebuilding my life from this point forward. And I'm not going to let election results break me down. I'm not going to let people's opinions of me break me down or stop me. I'm not going to let anything prevent me from moving forward and receiving God's blessings and what God has in store for me. Because I feel like too long in my life I've not listened. I wasn't disciplined. I was impatient. And now I'm on a different trajectory. I'm on a different wavelength. And I'm going to document it all here, speak from the heart, maybe have a few notes in upcoming episodes, but mostly just being honest and vulnerable. That is something I wasn't fully in a majority of the things I was posting online or even amongst friends, because sometimes the settings that you're in can prevent you from having those types of dialogues. And getting better at initiating, hey, let's talk about money. Hey, let's all save $1,000 in the next 3 months, 6 months, year. Let's save $10,000. Like, these are the goals and the dreams I have, is like, yeah, we can all go to the club and stuff and party. And I know I made a post of how old is too old to go to the club. But at our big age, even in your 30s, I would even say have all the fun you want up until about 27, and then start reevaluating and challenging that state of fun, that definition of fun for you, and then start maturing that definition of fun. It doesn't mean you can't be ratchet. It doesn't mean you can't be out here and being outside, but start thinking about what you want your future to like. Boats, flights, games, concerts, travel, stillness, peace of mind. Evolve. And I'm evolving right now. So you guys are witnessing the unveiling of my evolvement. Is that even a word? Evolvement, evolving. But we're in this together. My goal with this channel is to not just share my experiences and be vulnerable, but also find ways to build community, be of service, and have fun. So with all that said, it's your girl Lils, and this is another daily vlog of Lils at Home. If you haven't already, please subscribe and follow the journey. You won't regret it. I guarantee it. And always remember, life is a blessing. Trust the abundance.